Jedi, the Council is pleased to see you've arrived on Alderaan. Until recently, Alderaan was a part of the Republic. Today, it's on the brink of collapse. Shortly after seceding, both the Queen and the heir to the Alderaanian throne were assassinated. A usurper, Boris Olgos, stepped into power, setting off a civil war.
I assume one of the Jedi Masters is here?
Master Sidoni Garen, one of the Jedi Order's finest strategists and diplomats, dropped out of contact briefly while on Alderaan. She's made contact since, but was evasive about her silence. Master Sidoni is brokering a peace on Alderaan. If she is suffering from the plague, it could jeopardize the entire peace process.
Do you have any leads on her location?
Master Sidoni was working with the head of House Organa's diplomatic corps, Hala Morgana. Find Master Sidoni and make sure she is well, that the peace process is not in jeopardy.
Master Jedi! Please, I have an urgent call from Organa Palace.
What do you have for me?
Putting the call through right now.
I'm here at the bidding of the Jedi Council. What do you need? I don't understand. What are these houses?
You've got to stop the Thule squads before they turn this place into a crater.
I can stop them. Can you tell me any more?
I saw some of the Thule soldiers on my way here. I don't know anything else. Don't let them blow us up.
Must be a weakness. Let's settle this. That's quite enough of that. Allow us. That's quite enough of that.
Mami lebik bak manuk. Maraka naja ki nam ya pamyak. Ibegap gamka, gakyam. Glak nimo amya galak.
You smell like sweat and baradium. The smell of hard work.
Alam kuku inu nebak nam kara.
You will brief her here, General. I am Duke Charles Organa, Lord of House Organa, and heir to the Chalcedony Star. I bid you welcome.
My Lord Duke, it is a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. Organa's people sleep better because of you.
Umnuk inu memnu. Amka kammem perolak palak. Memgam gamginia geguan. Amner na harnak.
Not many people hope for peace anymore.
Then the obligation falls to us.
Manuk maraka naja. Ki namabam. Yak manala.
If Thule defeats us, the other houses will fall, and Thule will help the Empire spread darkness across the galaxy. I know you came to Alderaan for other reasons, but I need individuals of skill and valor to beat back this evil. Help us.
The Force led me to you for a reason. I'll help.
You'll do House Organa proud, I'm sure of it. The Thule army's led by Baron Jarkus Thule, one of the House heirs, and their best duelist. They call him the Wolf Baron.
Raga memua inu bunyan. Kemapa amkanamia.
He's after the spears of Organa. He plans to turn our own weapons against us.
What are these spears?
The spears are ancient defense turrets built into the bedrock. Not up to modern specifications, still more powerful than any walker.
Bomogala apayang. Nilama ini amka amgap.
Perhaps. But Thule isn't expecting a Jedi. Take back those turrets however you can, before they destroy us all.
House Organa's given us their full support. We can't ask.
For a world that isn't sure about the Republic, I'll be sure to pass that along.
Allow us. Let's settle this. just as I programmed. Haven't heard of us. There must be a weakness. Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that.
Welcome, Jedi. I'm Hallam Organa, head of House Organa's diplomatic corps, and this is my younger, more handsome brother, Lu.
Please, Hallam. You do yourself an injustice. Your age gives you a stately difference.
If I wasn't wearing my extra years around my waist, I might agree. Now, Jedi, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Master Sidoni Garan. I believe she may be ill.
She seemed fine last I spoke with her. Well, you just missed her. She's at the Peace Summit. A peace summit on Alderaan. Imagine that. But I'll call her. The location of the summit is a secret for obvious reasons. But I'm sure she'd welcome your assistance.
Hallam Organa. I'm sorry, but I'm very busy right now. The summit is just getting underway.
I was hoping I could join you.
You're Master Yuan's student, aren't you? It's wonderful the Council sent you to assist me, but this is a very delicate process, with no place for a Padawan.
I passed my trials, and I think the Council knows what it's doing.
Only official representatives of the houses may attend the summit. What would the other houses think if another Jedi from House Organa showed up? And I don't have time to debate. If you'll excuse me.
Master Sidoni, I'm sorry, Jedi. That's really not like her.
All the more reason why I need to get into that summit.
Yes, well, Master Sidoni said that only representatives can go. Unfortunately, Organa's representative is already there.
Hal, House Tyrol. You know, with the beautiful daughter. Couldn't our Jedi friend represent them?
Ha! My brother is a genius. House Tyrol is desperate for a representative, but the usurper Ulgo destroyed their hopes. If you could help them defend themselves against their enemies and return them to glory, I'm sure they'd make you their delegate.
Hopefully House Tyrol can find use for me.
I'm sure they will. They are in dire straits.
You'll find Lord Tyrol in his house's last holdings, an enclave near Ulgo lands and Killik nests. I will let them know you're coming.
And beware the Killiks. Those insect men have terrible tempers.
The spears of Organa are back in our hands. My grandfather would be proud. I will not leave my troops behind, General. Do not suggest it. You have my personal thanks, Jedi. We will feast tonight and ready ourselves for the next battle.
Jedi don't often feast, my lord, and rarely under such unfortunate circumstances.
I see. A word of advice? Armies are not inspired by a grim-faced commander. Show spirit and a lust for life and...
My lord, there's a call coming in on your secure channel.
Thank you, Haley. Put it through, General.
It's been a long time, my Lord Duke. Who are your friends?
Never mind. If they wish to speak to the Wolf Baron of House Thule, they'll do so themselves.
You ordered the land bombed and the turrets captured.
I did, yes. You may have retaken the spears of Organa, but they served my purpose, scattering your people and sending them straight into my hands.
What are you saying, Baron?
I'm saying that House Thule has taken 300 Organa citizens captive. I thought you'd want to know.
Make your demands. We're listening.
I'd like to meet in person to civilly discuss the fate of my prisoners. I'm sending a time and coordinates now. In the meantime, your people will be treated well. The incident with your son-in-law will not be repeated.
Damn him! Damn his eyes!
I'm
not a fool, but a ruler who cannot protect his people is no ruler at all. I have to go.
I'm not afraid of the Wolf Baron. Allow me to handle this.
You are Organa's best hope, but you will not go alone. Lead the way and I will follow. Sweep aside the Wolf Baron's black guard, his assassins. He wants to meet. Let us meet on even terms.
We'll rescue those people, and House Thule will fall.
So it shall be. Thank you, General. And you, I pronounce you a paladin of House Organa, my beacon in the dark. It is your valor I salute. Your word I believe. Clear the path, my friend, and let us look evil in the eye.
House Organa's given us their full support. We can't ask for more. Or you'll leave Alderaan to Boris Ulgo? If your men won a few more battles, it might help.
For a world that isn't sure about the Republic, I'll be sure to pass that along.
Just as I programmed. Time for some exercise. That's quite enough of that.
Impressive. The chance to see a Jedi in action. Well, it makes this whole war seem worthwhile. I am Baron Jarkus Thul, better known as the Wolf Baron. Is the Duke on his way, or did the old man send you in his place?
Organa's on his way. Don't worry about that.
Excellent. In the meantime, I have a show for you. Heranos?
My name is Brant Son. I'm an 8th-generation subject of House Organa. My family, along with many others, was captured by House Thul. They're treating us well.
Baron, what have you done with my people?
Keep your Duke on a leash, please. The prisoners are in a very precarious situation.
I'm only going to tell you once. Free the captives now.
I have 348 prisoners. I'm willing to make a trade.
I'll do it, Baron. House Organa isn't going to fall without me.
Ha! No! I want your friend. She will become my prisoner in exchange for the hostages.
What do you want me for?
You're more useful to House Organa than the Duke. If I can take you out of commission before the next battle, why not? You can rest happily in our jails until the Republic ransoms you back, or you can have 300 deaths on your conscience.
I'll turn myself in. Let the hostages go.
You will not be forgotten. I swear it.
Use the gas. Keep her incapacitated until the transport is ready.
No movement for hours. We're secure.
What's that? By the entrance.
Attack! Destroy the Thul invaders and free the prisoner!
Allow us. That's quite enough of that.
Are you hurt? We came for you as soon as we heard what happened.
They had me sedated, but they didn't hurt me.
Myself and the others, the Wolf Baron, freed us when you turned yourself in. Our first duty was to rescue you. But The Thule army is on the march again. We need your help. General!
Jukaki mem panino. Am kapina pek memno kimgam.
What's House Thule up to now?
Manalang yang perlo. Am kakalami nayakira lebua.
We're used to fighting blasters, not the Force.
Mami lebik bak manuk. Maraka najaki nam yapamyak.
It seems peace must wait.
Unuk ino memno. Am kakam mem perolak palak. Maraka kemyo am kam nemno. Namgan bak umnok kijak.
Go, save our house the way you saved us.
Let's settle this.
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check. Appreciate your business.
Enter, Jedi, and stand before me. General Kashim reports that the Sith have been defeated. The Thule forces are scattered. Our troops are containing the enemy along the coast. For this alone, your names will be recorded in the histories of House Organa. This is a victory.
That is truly excellent news.
Bring in the prisoner.
I will not beg. My allies will come for me.
You risked your life to save my people from this man's treachery. I put his fate in your hands.
He could have killed me, but he didn't. Make sure he's not harmed.
I am glad to see there is honor left on this world.
You choose wisely. Take him away.
Manalang yang perlo. Am kakalami nayakira lebua.
My friend, I ask you to act in House Organa's name as you travel this world. Will you represent our cause?
I'm honored, my lord. I'll do anything I can.
Once again, I am grateful.
Kurak Benakilu, Alga Parana.
You will always be welcome here, and the day will come when Alderaan sees peace. Until then, feast, celebrate, and hope we live to see a kinder age.
Can this wait, NO? I've got 7 bioscans left.
Patrols report a 50% increase in blaster malfunctions.
Okay, set up a meeting with the staff sergeant. And blast it, tell me when guests are here.
Acknowledged.
Science Commander Kekana Herot, Regional Supervisor for the House Organa Garrison. Glad you made it.
I take it things haven't been easy.
You've got no idea, believe me. Saw the report on how you handled the Wolf Baron and House Thule. Hoped you could help us out here too. This area used to be a staging point against House Ulgo. Usurper General calls himself King of Alderaan, but Ulgo outplayed us.
You said the Ulgo leader calls himself King.
King Boris Ulgo. He's held off Organa and Thule on his own. Military power and dirty tricks. Alderaan has a native species called the Killiks. Insects. Hive mind. Semi-intelligent. House Ulgo turned them against us. The bugs swarm, rip apart walkers, whole battalions.
Is Ulgo controlling the bugs somehow?
That's what I'd like to know. I was drafted as science commander to find the Killiks' weakness, but I need a task force to get inside enemy territory. If you can capture a living specimen, I can learn how Ulgo makes the nests attack, and stop all this at once.
If you've got a strategy, lay it out.
Killiks can absorb prisoners into their hive mind. The victims are called joiners. You'd need to assault Killik territory, subdue a joiner under fire, and bring him here for interrogation. This tranquilizer will keep him docile.
Let's make it happen.
Hey, we're losing this fight. If we don't solve the Killik problem soon, this place will be overrun. You're our best hope, and there'll be no second chance.
Master Jedi, thank the Founders you came. It's barbarism. Alec Taral of House Taral. We have an enclave not far from here. Peaceful, secluded. It's a place of study. Then the Killiks found us. Came crawling in the doors, the windows, the walls. The enclave was destroyed.
Have you been hurt?
We're covered in their filth. I almost twisted my ankle running away. Our only defense was a few insecticide mines, but there was no warning, no time to activate them. Bryn, our groundskeeper, tried to distract them anyway. The Killiks, well, there's not much left of him now.
Would they come after survivors like you?
They have what they wanted, probably nesting in our beds, laying eggs in the dining hall. We can't abandon House Taral. We have to salvage what we can before the Killiks or the Empire get to it. We're not soldiers. Those insecticide mines are our only weapon, and they're sitting dormant back at the Enclave with those bugs.
I'll handle it.
The insecticide mines shouldn't be hard to activate. Once they're online, we'll have a chance. But do be careful. Those bugs don't understand surrender.
That's quite enough of that.
Chino hagwa buntacho, chubalong haku, ya saun kubas, taja bakta tunbunko.
I'm pleased I could help.
Wantahumpa, muri rava fupa jibampa wula. Makinsali kikava dumpa stupa.
Let's get to it, shall we?
Makinsali kikava dumpa stupa.
That's quite enough of that.
Wana wada blota wijawa. o wamawanka matuske. Buka kampak nijit. Tonka yiliska chanaga.
Are you Lord Terrell? I'm here to become your delegate to the Peace Summit.
Jedi, yes. Organa told me you'd be coming, but, well, this is... well, it's complicated. The whole house needs to approve a new delegate, and, well, they say they won't approve a stranger.
She may be a stranger, but she's a Jedi. I should think you'd be grateful for her assistance.
Yes, of course, but House Terral has fallen so hard, we don't even have the strength to hope. It will take more than my word to convince them.
From now until the summit's end, I will live, sleep, eat, and breathe House Terrell's interests.
Really? Well, all right then. After our original delegate was murdered and Ulgo drove us back into this hole, I'd almost given up hope myself.
Just tell the Jedi our plan, Father.
Right. House Terral's current position is precarious. Our enemy, House Ulgo, seeks our destruction. Their army is at our gate. House Terral needs a strong ally if we are to survive. We need House Organa.
An alliance with Organa seems doable.
We had hoped so. We proposed a marriage alliance to House Organa. My daughter Fasha would marry Lou Organa.
But House Terral is weak, and powers within Organa fear we'd drag them down with us.
We need to prove to Organa that House Terral can defend itself against its enemies.
We need a plan. Tell me, what are your resources?
I'm afraid you're our only source, Jedi. As I've said, House Ulgo's forces are at our gates, threatening to drive us out of our last holding. But Ulgo's commanding general, Astor Vox, is a mercenary with a loose definition of loyalty. If we can reach him, turn him, we can break the siege.
I will begin negotiations with Astor Vox immediately.
We have no time to waste. I will contact House Organa the moment I hear that the siege is broken.
I've come representing House Terrell. They want you to give up this siege and join them.
Well, isn't this a surprise? The Jedi have decided to involve themselves in Alderaanian politics. You must be pretty sure of yourself to walk into a room of highly trained commandos. But you should know that I don't do business with just anyone.
My word is good, as is House Terrell's.
I'm sure it is, but that's not my concern. The battlefield is the only true test of a person's worth. War, bloodshed, these are the fires and forges of greatness. I only negotiate with my equals. Besides, my men are itching for sport. Best a pack of my warhounds, and we'll talk.
You'd best keep your promise.
Excellent. I've not had the pleasure of seeing a Jedi in action. Release the dogs.
Us. That's quite enough of that. Just isn't your day, indeed.
What do you think, boys? That was a little too easy, wasn't it?
Aye. Let's see a real challenge.
Easy? I take exception. You're trying to kill us.
I trusted in the Force to see me through.
I'm sure you did. Not that I expected anything less from a Jedi. Those dogs were old, weren't they, boys? You need to do better than defeat a pack of geriatric mutts. No, you need a real challenge. What'll it be, boys?
Droids! Droids! Droids!
Droids it is, then. These are the best Ulgo has. Beat them, and we'll talk.
They'll fall just as easily as the dogs.
Droids! Activate attack protocols. Target Jedi. Excellent, excellent. I like your form, Jedi. But I'm not entirely convinced yet. Sure, you can beat a couple of dumb machines, but what about Ulgo's finest warriors? Smart, fast, highly trained, and hardened by battle.
You mendacious vagrant! Twice now you've broken your promise.
On my honor, this is the last time. Beat my champions, and we'll talk.
I've got plenty more where that came from.
Boys, you heard the Jedi. She's spoiling for a fight. Show her a good one.
Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that.
Most impressive, Jedi. I didn't think House Terrell had the resources left to recruit such a powerful ally. No hard feelings. If you knew how many fools come by offering me jobs.
House Terrell wants your loyalty, and they want your army to stand down.
I'll give you credit for being direct. You can tell House Terrell that my answer is yes. It's been fun working for House Ulgo, but there's no glory in working for the biggest army on the planet. I'll call off my troops and meet with Lord Terrell immediately. Don't worry, I know the way.
Jedi, thank goodness I've reached you. There's good news and bad news. The good news is everyone's heard how you impressed Aster Vox and broke the siege, including Organa. They've agreed to the marriage alliance. Now the bad news. Lu Organa has been kidnapped.
Who is Lu Organa again?
Hallam Organa's younger brother. His marriage to my daughter Fasha was to be the linchpin of the whole alliance. This is clearly Ulgo's doing. The kidnappers were from their ally, House Rist. An Organa-Terral alliance would be disastrous to Ulgo. They must have ordered Rist to kidnap Lu Organa to stop the alliance.
I'll rescue Liu Organa. I promise.
Be careful, but hurry. We need to beat the Organa attack, or everything falls apart.
Must be weakness. Clearly you haven't heard of us. Coming. Let's settle this.
Got one? Fantastic. Containment protocols, Enno.
What have you done to us? We've strayed from the nest.
Good. If he can talk, he can tell us why the Killiks are attacking, and how House Ulgo is controlling them.
I am a Jedi. I want to talk to you about the nest.
There is such pain now. The song of the universe is disrupted. The warriors are angry, and we swarm.
I don't understand. You say there's pain?
We feel the agony. Your species is responsible. We must swarm.
There's a lot of neural activity. He is hurting. Must be his connection to the hive mind. Not sure why.
Your people drag us to your pain factory beneath the mountains. You must be dissected and absorbed.
Where are the Killiks being taken?
The tunnels. So close. We can sense them now.
Enno, take him to a cell.
When we come, you will join with us.
We have our answer. Ulgo is torturing Killiks on our land, driving them against us. Take out the Ulgo pain factory, and you free up almost all our troops.
Suppose you're right. What's our next step?
There's a cave system nearby. Ulgo troop levels are high, and we've spotted Killiks too. Place is a death trap. No one gets near it. It's got to be the pain factory. If you get inside, destroy the Ulgo forces and contact me. Let's stop that swarm.
Your insecticide mines are online. The Killick should clear out soon.
You have no idea what this means to us. The thought of their talons on our prized heirlooms. We'll get word to the main house. Hopefully they can send some reinforcements. I thank you for this.
Heard of us. Haven't heard of us. For some exercise. Some exercise.
Jedi, alert base and assume battle positions. Retarget the torture droids. Release the Killiks if you have to. We can take the enemy's very best.
Surrender your weapons, and you and your men can leave in peace.
I've won 12 battles for the king himself. I can win against Republic dogs. For House Ulgo! For the crown!
Now, just as I programmed. Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. Never suspect the scientists.
If it isn't my favorite strike team, tell me you found the Ulgo Pain Factory.
They were torturing Killiks. I didn't expect this smell, the sights. It's gruesome.
Don't empathize too much. The important thing is no more Killik frenzies. Of course, it'd be a shame to let all that tech go to waste, but Ulgo learned a few things about the bugs.
Sounds like you've got something in mind.
I might be able to replicate the Ulgo experiments, bring the Killiks onto our side. See if you can salvage the data and equipment.
Sorry, but I can't let someone else torture a sentient life form.
You don't think of anyone but yourself. Fine. You should get out of there. Meet me at the command post for a debrief.
The strike team destroyed the Ulgo facility. Killik attacks have fallen by 40% already.
It seems putting you in charge was the right decision after all.
Thank you, sir.
And this must be your strike team. Always a pleasure to see you.
It's been too long already.
But
then we strike at House Ulgo itself. Thanks to all of you.
I know we had our differences, but I'm willing to bury them. I've got battle plans to draw and a lot of stimcaf to drink.
I hope everything goes well. Be careful.
You too. This war's no good for any of us, and it's a long way from over.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Stand by for examination and suggested products. You are fit for duty. Return to your post. Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Ulgo's forces are advancing, Lieutenant. You will hold that outpost, no excuses. Crescent out. A Jedi. Thank every star in the sky. Major Crescent, 1st Organa Regiment. I'm in charge of holding this area against the usurper who calls himself King Ulgo.
I'll do whatever I can to aid House Organa's cause.
Good. I'm in desperate need of your assistance. All my forces are committed to holding back Ulgo's army, but an important mission has just come up. I need volunteers to invade an enemy stronghold and rescue one of my people.
I can't help unless you tell me everything, Major.
It's my daughter, Andra. She's been captured. Against my express wishes, she infiltrated the Ulgos posing as a lowly servant girl. She thinks she's some kind of hero. A reckless little fool.
Your daughter is a very brave young woman.
Brave? It's lunacy. She has no training. That's why she got caught. 2 days ago, Andra transmitted an emergency alert. Ulgo jammed the frequency before she could reveal any information. I feared the worst, until my scouts picked up a distress call earlier today. It's a signal from Andra. She's alive.
The Force is with her, and now so am I.
You don't know what that means to me, Master Jedi. I've already lost Andra's mother and brothers to this war. If you save her, this recklessness must end. She won't listen to me, but you might convince her to abandon her foolishness. I'll reward you for that favor.
One mission objective at a time, Major.
Yes, of course. Andra's signal came from the estate of House Rist, not far from here. That filth Ulgo must have turned my daughter over to the Rist assassins for torture.
Are Rist and Ulgo allies?
They support Ulgo's claim to the throne. In return, he pays them to do his dirty work. Assassinations, torture, sabotage. Please get Andra away from those filthy killers. Good luck.
Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. That's quite enough of that.
Jedi! Thank goodness. I thought they were going to kill me. House SWTOR sent you, didn't they? They called about an alliance. I was riding to meet them and... well, thank goodness you're here.
I'm glad I was able to make it in time.
Thank you. I'm still a little sore, but I'll live thanks to you. I was going to meet with House SWTOR to discuss the marriage alliance, when these assassins swooped in and knocked me off my Thranta. I woke up here. But were they trying to prevent the alliance? Who would want to do that?
Ulgo has the most to lose if House Terrell becomes powerful again.
Well, yes, but that's what's strange. They never mentioned Ulgo. As I lost consciousness, they were talking about Master Sidoni. But how could she be involved? It has to be a frame job. It must be.
I believe Master Sidoni is very ill. But if I can get to the summit, I hope to help her.
I just want to trust Master Sidoni. I'm sorry. My head. I still get these pains from the fall. I can't leave here until I know if Master Sidoni was involved. The kidnappers used to go into the other room to contact their employer. I'm sure we'll find a comm device there. We just need to see who they've been calling.
That's quite enough of that. Isn't it your day?
I told you, I can't. Oh, Jedi, I appreciate your desire to help, and I will be sure to praise your zeal to Master Yuan. But I am extremely busy right now. I can't afford interruptions.
You hired the assassins who kidnapped Liu Organa. Why?
I would be careful about making such outrageous accusations against a Jedi Master. Now, if you'll excuse me, Jedi, I have very important work to do.
Wait, Master Sidoni! I don't understand. What was her frequency doing here?
I assure you, Master Sidoni is not herself.
Should she be leading the summit, then? She could do something terrible. Please, I need to get out of this place. My head is killing me, and I keep looking over my shoulder expecting more assassins. I'll see that the Organa-Taral alliance is finalized, and that you get to the summit.
Some exercise. Some exercise.
That's far enough. One more step and the girl dies.
Oh, you're in trouble now. Told you I had powerful friends. The Jedi Council and I go way back. Nice to see you, Padawan.
Are you doing all right?
I could use a bath, but otherwise I'm great. You?
I don't care who you are. You invaded the sovereign territory of House Rist and murdered its people.
Release your captive, and you can live.
I don't bargain with scum.
Congratulations, idiot. You're about to die.
Not before I end your life. Guards!
Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that.
Sorry about all the nonsense before. I had to keep that flunky off guard. Nice bit of rescuing, by the way.
You'll be all right now.
Yes, I know. Shall we move on? Glad to see Father got my signal. Escaping by myself would have been a bother.
What did you find out from spying on Ulgo?
Oh, nothing. Just Ulgo's top secret plans to destroy House Organa. Here, take this. Give it to my father immediately. No time to explain, he'll understand. I'll find my own way out. My cover with Ulgo may be blown, but I can still be useful inside House Thule.
Next time, try not to get captured.
I'd better go. That chaos you caused won't cover my escape forever.
May the Force be with you, Andra Crescent.
Likewise, Master Jedi. Thanks again for the assist. Get that datapad to my father on the double. Lives are at stake.
Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. Holiday, were you watching? Business before pleasure, I suppose.
See, you made it back. Andra sent me a disheartening communication. Some nonsense about spying on House Thule. Stubborn girl escapes one disaster and rushes off to another.
Your daughter is brave and strong. Give her some credit.
I don't want her brave and strong. I want her safe and secure. Andra mentioned she gave you a data pad. Said it was important. Let me have a look. I recognize these coordinates. And that date. Blast Ulgo. How is he always a step ahead of us?
You need to remain calm.
Unless you help me, House Organa's mission here is doomed. Listen carefully. An armored column is coming to reinforce our position. King Ulgo has learned of our plans. He hired saboteurs to destroy the armored column before it arrives.
Tell your armored column to turn back.
I can't. They're moving through enemy territory on calm silence. By the time I can reach them, it will be too late. The Risk saboteurs set up camp in some nearby caverns next to a bridge. They'll demolish the bridge as the armored column crosses it. We'll lose everything unless you destroy the saboteur camp immediately.
A child could do this.
The saboteurs will be well armed and dug in. Be careful.
That's quite enough of that. Some exercise. Must be a weakness. That's quite enough of that.
saved House Organa's mission here. If I had a medal, I'd pin it right on you.
It's enough to know I protected House Organa from harm.
You honor us, Master Jedi, and we won't forget it. One thing's certain, we can't afford another incident like this. It's time to implement new security protocols. If only Andra were here. Thank you again for all you've done. Goodbye.
Stand by for examination and suggested products. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
How marvelous! Thank you.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I don't understand. Why would you want to risk it?
Lord Terral, without risk, there can be no glory. The only way to avoid risk is to avoid war. But that's not very effective or fun, is it?
No, I suppose it isn't. Ah, Jedi, welcome back. General Vox and I were just discussing strategy. We haven't stood this proud since our house was young and building its first alliance with House Pantir. Thank you, Jedi.
The Jedi way is to serve.
You have our gratitude. Lu Organa and my daughter Fasha are getting acquainted as we speak. I spoke with the rest of House Terral, and the decision was unanimous. You are our new delegate. Congratulations.
So how do I get to the summit?
Well, that's something I'm not entirely clear on. I have the packet the last delegate was supposed to use, but I don't understand its contents. Some coordinates and a data spike. It appears that you need to go to those coordinates and do something with the data spike?
We'll soon find out, won't we?
Just one moment, Jedi, if I may. We would like to ask one last thing. There will never be peace for House Terral as long as House Ulgo exists. If you're able to use your influence as a Jedi to convince the summit to strip House Ulgo, ensure they never hold a title again, we'd show our gratitude.
I would be honored to assist you.
Thank you, Jedi. We very much appreciate all you've done. Good luck at the summit. I hope you find Master Sidoni well and that all goes smoothly.
medical pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay. Welcome. Please select an available travel route. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Manchi doti puna puna, kabuk nuni snemo.
I have Master Sidoni's permission.
Kabanotase makipuna, malituta udmishka.
So here it is, laid bare before you, the irrefutable evidence. House Ald has been conspiring against House Organa for years, preying on their good trust. House Thul is the reason the Pantir heir was assassinated, and House Ulgo is merely a puppet of House Rist.
Lies! All lies! There are holographic recordings, documents. You can't argue with hard evidence.
We trusted you. How dare you? You will meet our armies on the field of battle.
Master Sidoni, what have you done?
You wouldn't understand. I do this for the good of the galaxy.
On behalf of the Jedi Council, I order you to speak the truth to these people.
The Jedi Council doesn't live as I do, immersed in strategy, in variables, and outcomes. I have calculated the future, and for the galaxy to have peace, there must be war on Alderaan. I will not be shaken from this course.
Let's not let this fall to violence.
No, this is it. The perfect, pure strategy.
You're a fouler liar than House Rist.
House Rist takes exception to that characterization. Murderer.
That was 30 years ago.
We had an alliance!
House Organa has heard enough. It's clear to us that there can be no other course but war.
Master Sidoni set you up for this. She would see you all destroyed.
This child is barely more than a Padawan. Disregard her.
Master Sidoni is the only one telling any truth at this summit. Don't insult her integrity.
You would defend her, Organa. You've always been a little too friendly with the Republic.
At least they didn't murder the heir to the throne.
We didn't murder anyone. Rist did.
Yes, Rist put that usurper on the throne, but you ordered the hit.
Usurper? Our reign is as legitimate as any other.
That's really not helping things right now.
This isn't your fight, Jedi. But it's convenient that Organa would make an alliance with House Toral in time for you to show up.
Yes, this is just another betrayal. This is why there can be no peace.
She's manipulating you. This war won't help Alderaan.
Jedi, if you will not agree to be silent, then I will silence you myself. The darkness is coming, Jedi. War must rage on Alderaan for 50 years, and only then can we put an end to the darkness. But you haven't won yet. Once you're out of the way, I'll make them see.
There must be a weakness. That's quite enough of that. Let's settle this.
No, I won't fail. Not again. I'm so sorry, Parkanis. I failed you. I tried to keep the darkness from coming, but I failed.
Who is Parkanis? Why is he important?
He was a Padawan with us. And then a Jedi. But that was so long ago. It's my fault Parkanis died. Malachor III. I miscalculated. He had to be left behind. He died because of me. Vivicar! My head! Please, I can't block out his voice any longer. You must kill me to silence him.
I won't kill you. But you don't need to hear his voice again either.
Jedi. What? How did you... I don't understand. My mind is clear again. And you're... weak. Will you be all right? What did you do?
It's a shielding ritual. It should keep Lord Vivicar's voice out of your head for a while.
Thank you, Jedi. I only hope the sacrifice wasn't too great. For a while, I thought I was able to block Lord Vivicar's voice from my mind. If you hadn't been there with your calm sense, I don't know what would have happened.
Master Sia will be wondering how you are.
I will contact the Jedi Council. I'm sure they'll want a full explanation.
I think I can safely speak for all present when I say that the summit applauds your efforts.
Indeed. But I have to say, Jedi, I'm at a loss as to how to proceed from here.
Let there be a truce, and let the summit reconvene at a later date to work on a formal peace agreement.
The summit will reconvene at a later date to discuss the details of a peace agreement. Thank you again, Jedi. Jedi, I hear the summit has agreed to continue peace talks.
Thankfully, the delegates saw reason.
Thankfully indeed. We all owe a debt of thanks to you and Master Sidoni. My only regret is there's no talk of removing House Ulgo's noble status and lands once the war is over.
The opportunity never arose.
I understand. I imagine it was a very busy summit. I just can't feel safe as long as Ulgo commands an army. But what am I saying? House Toral is far safer now with peace in view and Organa as an ally than we ever were. And I have you to thank.
You're most welcome.
You've done House Toral an invaluable service. I hope you will come visit us again.
Welcome back, Master. Your vessel is in flawless condition naturally.
Master Sidoni just checked in. She seems well, but very frustrated with herself. She reports that you were able to prevent war from breaking out on Alderaan, however. You've once again done very good work in a tense situation, Jedi.
I did my best, given the situation.
The Council has come to expect nothing less of you. Tell me, did you learn anything new about the Plague Master, Lord Vivicar?
I wish I could say I had.
The Council will continue its research. Thank you for your hard work. But you must investigate Tatooine. Until we learn who Vivicar is, our best defense is to free the Jedi Masters he controls.